found him?
The maid. She's been trying to do the room all morning. It's this one here. She knocked again about half hour ago. There was no answer, so she came in. There was another one with him, his brother, I think, William. They arrived last night, due to check out on Wednesday.
Looks like this one's checked out early.
Lovely. Sierra Oscar from 517 receiving, over.
Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, read the Burnley Hotel in Mulpit Road. Can you contact the FME? We've got a sudden death.
Received.
Joseph Ojura, Nigerian. Return ticket for Wednesday.
Didn't expect it to be open, dear.
Carver from Deacon receiving.
Hi, Jimmy, you in position?
Ready when you are, Garfield.
OK, here we go.
Received.
OK, Tosh. Hello, Frank.
What do you want?
I want to search your premises for drugs. I've got a warrant that says I can.
You're joking.
I don't do jokes, Frank. I leave that to comedians like you. Now, you're going to tell us where the stuff is, or we've got to tear the place apart to find it?
Please yourself. Whatever it is you're looking for, you won't find it. Well, the cleaners haven't finished yet. You might find a few tabs in the urinals that the kids left last night. There's a rubber glove somewhere if you want to go fish them out.
Have it your way.
So you can empty out your pockets, then?
What's this? It's a bit of resin. I took it off one of the kids in here last night. There's about an eighth there, if that. That's all you're going to find.
Bye.
What?
Over here.
What's that?
Laxatives. They're used by drug couriers or mules.
Mules?
They swallow balloons of condoms filled with drugs so they can smuggle them through customs in their stomach.
Yeah, they use the laxatives to flush out their body, but they're dangerous. They don't always work. If the balloon bursts inside your stomach, they end up writhing around in agony on the floor. Here, Steve.
What?
Another plane ticket here. It's got a number on the back.
I hope you're going to put all that back.
There's nothing here, Gov.
Told you wouldn't find anything.
Put him in the car.
Come on.
Make sure they put all that crap back, right?
Yeah, all right.
I said come on.
I don't need to sold you your information. But I'd ask for your money back if I was you.
Now.
What's going on, Mick? Thought you told me I could find at least a pound of high-quality gear here.
And you told me you wouldn't come in until you'd seen me leave. Have you got any idea what McFadden would do to me if he thought I was trying to stitch him up?
So what happened?
I don't know. Geezer rang up last night. Frank told him to bring the gear round this morning. He never showed up.
He's been in here for over an hour.
Any idea what he's doing in there?
Well, apart from the obvious, I don't know. He sounded like he was in a bad way.
What do you mean?
Well, crying or something. I've no idea. I don't really care. I just want you to get him out. I've got other customers wanting to use that loo.
This is the police. Do you mind opening the door, please? Can you open the door, please? Come out, please, sir. You all right? What's your name?
William Ojura.
Have you got some identification on you? Something with your name on it?
The manager says he's been knocking on that door for over an hour. Why didn't you just come out when he asked you?
I'm sorry, I wasn't feeling very well.
Well, what's wrong with you?
I was feeling sick.
How long are you here for, Mr. Ojura?
A week.
Oh, just a holiday then?
Yes, I am here to see some friends.
Well, you're not going to see much sitting in there all day, are you?
Would you mind emptying your pockets, please, sir?
Of course.
Is that it?
Yes, all my things are at the hotel.
OK, Mr. Ojura.
Right then, on your way.
Poor devil.
Oh, he probably knew the risks.
Well, if he didn't, he does now.
All units from 517. Attention is requested to a William Majora.
IC3 male, about 6 foot, light grey suit, red and green check shirt. Wanted for questioning about a death at the Burnley Hotel.
Which way?
Take your pick.
I was in possession of a bit of resin, I admit it. Now, why don't you just charge me and get this over and done with?
Our inquiries are still continuing, Mr. McFadden. Before we interview you, we'll want to search your flat. You've got to come with us.
Do you think I'd be stupid enough to leave anything in my flat?
We'll see, won't we?
Suzi.
Come on.
Oh, Gov, do you want the good news or the bad news?
Give it to someone else. I've had enough bad news for one day.
I heard about this body they found at the Burnley Hotel this afternoon.
What about it?
His name was Joseph Ojura. He arrived from Nigeria yesterday. Steve Loxton thinks he was a mule. They found this in a bin in his room. It's a plane ticket, and written on the back is a phone number. It's Frank McFadden's mobile.
Well, that would explain why he didn't get the delivery he was expecting this morning. But if this Ojura's dead, he's not much use to us, is he?
No, but his brother would be, William Ojura. They arrived together.
Let's go and have a word with him. See if he can help us.
Now, that's the bad news. We don't know where he is. Uniform had him, then they let him go.
Well, that's par for today's court.
Well, what about the post-mortem?
Jim's chasing that up now.
So you can't even be sure that either of them were carrying drugs?
Not yet, no.
I'm not going to have my officers running into every public convenience in Sun Hill looking for someone who may or may not be carrying drugs.
Can you imagine walking around with that lot of you, Jackson? Be like walking around with a bomb.
If William is carrying, we've got to find him soon. If we don't, he could end up dead like his brother.
Or he could help you out of the hole you dug for yourself when you raided McFadden's club and came up empty-handed. Ojura's description's already been circulated. If anyone sees him, I'll let you know.
Is this some kind of a wind-up?
We're just doing our job.
Weren't for people like me, you wouldn't have a job.
Well, I'm very grateful. I'll put you on my Christmas card list.
Yeah, it's miscreants like me that keep you in work, mate.
Frank, don't use big words. It'll only give you an headache. If we complete the search now, it'll save us coming back tomorrow.
Yeah. Where's your sniffer dog?
I wonder if he's been or waiting to go. William, have a word. All right, just calm down. Okay? Empty your pockets first, please.
You've already searched me this morning.
Yeah, well, that was before we knew who you were or what you might be carrying. We found your brother's body at the hotel. I'm sorry.
Empty your pockets, please. They've been where I think they've been.
There's a bus stop outside.
You brought me down here. Least you could do is give me a lift back.
Show him out, will you?
Come on.
You should tell Deacon to get some more reliable information next time.
I don't know what you mean.
He was expecting to find more than a tenner rack when he turned up at the club. Otherwise, he wouldn't have come so mob-handed. Sorry to disappoint him.
There you go. Bye.
What happened to your brother at the hotel? I know you can understand me.
Look, if you don't talk to us, we can't help you. Were you there when he died?
He got up this morning and went to the bathroom. I went for a walk.
How long were you gone for?
An hour, maybe.
And he was dead when he got back. For the benefit of the tape, Mr. Jory's nodding his head. Look, this is a taped interview. It's no good just sitting there nodding your head. You've got to say something. Do you understand that?
Whose idea was it to bring in the heroin?
Was it your brother's?
And you thought it was a good idea?
No, I didn't want to do it.
You did?
I didn't come to smuggle drugs.
And how do you account for the fact that you're in possession of 4 ounces of heroin?
Did Joseph put pressure on you to carry drugs for him?
No. His wife is very sick. He had no money to pay for the treatment. This was the only way. I told him it was dangerous, but I couldn't stop him. He was going to come anyway, so I decided to come with him.
And make some money for yourself as well?
All the money was for his wife. There was nothing for me. I didn't want it.
You just came along to hold his hand?
He couldn't speak English very well.
Well, your English is okay.
I learned English when I was a boy.
Didn't your brother go to school?
No. Joseph was the oldest. He had to work to support my mother and sisters. He was not an educated man. I told the man who hired him, I can speak English. Send me as well.
What was the name of the man who hired you?
Abebola. He watched us swallow the drugs and then he drove us straight to the airport.
So you offered to carry drugs for this man?
I didn't have any choice.
You could have bought your own ticket. And that way you could have looked after your brother and at the same time not run the risk of getting caught smuggling heroin.
I'm a teacher. Do you know how much a teacher is paid in Nigeria? If I could afford to buy my own ticket, I would have given the money to my brother and none of this would have been necessary. I don't expect you to believe me.
I don't. I find it easier swallowing those.
My brother was traveling to a strange country. He couldn't speak the language. What was I supposed to do? What would you have done if it was your brother? Joseph always looked after me when I was a boy. Now it was my turn to look after him.
So you left him dead in a hotel room and legged it without even calling a doctor?
I didn't know what to do.
Do you know who the drugs were for?
A man called McFadden.
What? Frank McFadden?
The drugs you and your brother brought into the country were for Frank McFadden?
Yes, you know him?
How did you meet him?
I've never met him. I've only spoken to him on the telephone. Abebola gave me the number. When I got to the hotel, I had to call the number and tell the man at the other end that we had arrived safely.
When you called that number, what happened?
McFadden told me to take the heroin to him this morning.
But you found your brother dead?
Have you phoned McFadden and told him what's happened?
No.
So he doesn't know your brother's dead?
I tried to stop him, but he wouldn't listen.
Look, do you want a cup of tea or a glass of water or something? Eh? Cheers.
You don't believe all that guff about him helping out his brother, do you?
Why not? It's original.
He spent all morning on the cars. He's had enough time to come up with something original.
Doesn't matter much. He's still going down.
I'm more interested in whether or not he can take McFadden with him.
Are you sure that Ojura will cooperate?
His brother's dead. Now, either he blames himself or McFadden. We have to convince him that by dropping McFadden in the proverbial, he can make amends.
But can you be sure he won't cock it up?
All he has to do is pass over a small package. I should be able to manage that.
All right. But you'll have to use a substitute for the heroin. Because I don't want us to be responsible for putting any smack on the street if something goes wrong.
Did you know that if one of these split inside you, it could kill you?
Yes.
What about Joseph?
I told him, but he wouldn't listen.
What about McFadden? Do you think he realised the risk you and your brother were taking?
I don't know.
It doesn't matter, really, though, does it? McFadden was just using you and your brother.
But I've told you before, the heroin belongs to him. You can arrest him.
It's not that simple.
In order to arrest him, we need evidence. Maybe you can help us.
How can I help?
So far as McFadden's concerned, you've still got something he wants.
The heroin?
Yes.
If I gave McFadden the heroin, you would have the evidence. Then, would you let me go?
I'm afraid not. It doesn't quite work like that.
But if you do help us, it'll be taken into consideration.
And you'll be helping us to put away the man who's responsible for your brother's death.
Set.
You know what to do?
Yes. Hello? Mr. McFadden? Yes. I know, I'm sorry. I telephoned before, but you didn't answer. Yes. Yes, I understand.
That was definitely McFadden. He said he's to wait here and someone will come over and collect the gear later.
Right, Steve, you can have a word with the manager, see if we can use one of those two rooms at the top of the stairs.
Sure.
And we'll stick the tape recorder under the bed. Jim, you and Tosh in the bathroom.
Yes, Gov.
Mike, I want you and Steve in the car outside at the front.
Gov.
Now, when McFadden comes, you're just to give him the drugs. Leave everything else to us, all right?
I understand.
Okay. Suzi and I will be in the room upstairs. Once McFadden's in here, we'll come into the corridor and then we'll nick him as he goes.
What if McFadden sends somebody else to pick up the gear?
Well, we'll follow them and they'll take us back to McFadden.
Right.
Jim, have another word with the coroner's office. See if they've discovered how much gear Joseph had with him. Then we'll know how much of the substitute to give McFadden.
Gov.
Deacon? Hold on a minute. What do you want? I don't want you to do anything. I'm already at the hotel. Where are you now? All right, you better come here.
Something wrong?
Yep. Go on.
I need to go to the toilet.
All right. But you don't need to close the door.
Thanks a lot. Cheers.
That's what comes of taking too many laxatives.
Oh, spare me the details.
So, what's the coroner's office have to say?
We'll need a toxicology report to confirm the contents, but they found 8 balloons in his large intestine. One of them is split open.
McFadden's not coming. He's sending Mick Finley.
That's the bloke who was at the club this morning with McFadden, yeah?
Yeah, it was Finley on the phone.
So, we let Finley take the gear to the club and then nick McFadden.
I can't do that.
Why not?
Well, he's a snout.
We can't use Finley as an agent provocateur. It could be considered entrapment, in which case it won't get past the CPS.
So what are we going to do then?
He's locked it.
Look, son, we know you're in there. Come on.
But he can't go anywhere. We're on the 2nd floor.
Is there a window? Step back, will you?
All units from Carver. Get somebody round the back of the hotel. Ojura's done a runner.
Anyone from Deacon, over.
Go ahead, Gov.
What the hell is going on?
We've lost him, Gov.
Brilliant.
Problems?
Yes, and you're one of them.
You told me to get in touch when the gear turned up. I thought I was doing you a favour. How did you find out where it was?
What do you think I do all day? Sit behind my desk and wait for people like you to do my job for me?
I'm supposed to be here to pick the gear up. What will I tell McFadden when I go back empty-handed?
Tell him you got to the hotel and Ojura had gone. But the bloke at reception said he'd have to be back by 7:30 because he was checking out at 8.
You told me to wait or come back later.
Well, then tell him you've got better things to do.
He won't wear that.
You'll just have to convince him then, won't you? There's a phone over there. Go on. What happened?
He went to the toilet and climbed out the window. He'd taken enough laxatives to unblock the Blackwall Tunnel during rush hour. What do you expect me to do? Tell him to stick a cork in it?
That's what we're going to do, Gov. Whoever comes to pick up the gear is going to be expecting to see Ojura.
As if someone comes.
We put the gear in an envelope and put McFadden's name on it. Yeah. We leave it at reception. If anyone comes, we tell them Ojura's gone, but he's left that there to be picked up. We just have to play it by ear and see how it goes. You've got the gear with you?
Yes, Gov.
What is it, baking powder?
Yep.
Is that all there is?
Yep.
Well, I've just had the notes from Ojura's post-mortem. The heroin they found on him weighed just under 8 ounces.
Well, that's twice as much as we got, yeah. William's only given us half.
So he let his brother carry most of it for him?
Or maybe he got rid of half of it before he got arrested.
Maybe they were both carrying the same amount and William's been holding back. Where did Polly and Tony first see him?
Toilets in the cafe in Gatley Road.
You and Jim get down there. If you stash the goods, that'll be as good a place to start looking as any.
OK, Gov.
Well?
I told him I had to see a man about a dog. What do you care?
I don't. I just want to know what he's doing about picking up the gear.
He said he'd take care of it, but he's not happy.
What? Get lost for you?
Yeah. Thanks for nothing.
If anyone but McFadden comes to pick up the envelope, give it to him and we'll follow him.
What if it is McFadden?
Then we'll nick him.
One of you will have to play receptionist. He'll recognise me. I spent the afternoon going through his sock drawer.
Looks like he's been and gone.
Taking from Carver.
Go ahead, Jib.
Right, about the calf in Gatney Road, Gov? O'Jura's been here. He only says he left about half an hour ago. Looks like he's got the gear on him as well. Over.
OK, you better come back to the hotel.
Suzi? It's not him, is it?
It is.
I don't believe it. What's he up to?
DID came from Croft.
Go ahead, Suzi.
We've got a visitor. He's on his way in.
Received.
Is Mr. Deacon still here?
Yeah.
You're surprised to see me.
Where the bloody hell have you been?
I've just been to see McFadden.
What?
I've sold him some heroin.
What the hell do you think you're playing at?
McFadden was going to send someone else to pick up the drugs. Your plan was not going to work. If you arrest him now, you'll have the real evidence.
And what are we going to do if we go around there and we find that the heroin and McFadden have gone?
I gave McFadden all the heroin I had left. I told him I would come back with the heroin my brother had brought into the country. He's still there.
You seem to have thought of everything.
He's waiting.
We better not disappoint him then, had we? OK, the cuffs stay on him and he stays in the back of the car, all right? Jim, Tosh, you go round the back. Suzi, you come with me.
OK, go.
Hello, Frank.
Not you again. What do you want this time?
I have reason to believe there are drugs on the premises, so I'm going to conduct a search.
What, again?
That's right.
How long's it going to take this time? Going to open up in a bit?
That shouldn't take long. I have a feeling that we're not going to have to go very far to find what we're looking for.
I've been set up.
It looks like it, doesn't it?
Is that what you wanted to see?
What do you mean?
Oh, he's under arrest.
So am I.
Should have thought about that before you tried smuggling drugs into the country.
Nice result. You did a good job today. You wouldn't have done yourself any harm either.
I wasn't thinking about myself.
No.
They went down there. 3 kids nicking my stuff.
What do they look like?
Jeans, one had a blue jacket. You know, go on. You'll be lucky.
I'll go this way, Debbie.
Hey.
Sarge, I've been seeing my GP.
I wanted you down Jamaica Lane.
I was at the warehouse. Got a problem?
No, and we're not going to have either.
Perhaps the management's haven't got a clue, have they?
Reg, just get your gear on, all right?
Workforces are units. Numbers on a balance sheet. Accountants rule.
Reg.
Sarge, I've got to see CID
Reg,
about a
just
crime.
get on with it now, please.
Sure.
He's in there.
Help yourself. Yeah, all right. You just come from Farmers, the food mart.
I don't believe it. Carl Robinson. What's the matter? You run out of road?
Andrew, there you are.
Sir.
Hello, Gene. Could I have a word?
Certainly, sir.
There's some Jamaica Lane dispute. How are we doing?
No problem, sir.
Only the warehouse owners seem to think the crunch is going to come this afternoon.
A handful of drivers are being laid off. It's not exactly whopping.
I was at Wapping, Andrew. You weren't. I saw it turn into a riot. It wasn't funny.
Sir, I don't mean to imply that...
I've given them my personal assurance that there'll be a police presence in Jamaica Lane.
Yes, I know that, sir.
We've been expecting trouble for a fortnight.
Which hasn't materialised.
I don't believe in being wise after the event, Andrew. Particularly where public order's concerned.
I don't think confrontation's in the air.
Weak policing will invite it. Have we got difficulties, manpower problems?
We are 3 officers down.
Well, then it's priorities. What else have you got on?
Nothing I can't handle, sir.
Nothing more visible. You know as well as I do, Andrew, that we have to be seen to be doing the business.
I understand the importance of PR, sir.
I'm glad to hear it. All right, Andrew, keep me informed.
Sir.
You in the shop, right?
I went in to get some tea bags and a pint of milk. We've got a visitor coming.
Right. Mr. Farmer, would you like to come down to the station to
Make a statement. Yeah, I spend my life making statements. I'm tired of going to court and seeing them laugh at you.
Mr. Farmer.
You've got nothing on him. Look, can you see my chocolates? Can you see my cokes?
All right. No, it's not all right. He's a copper from Sunhill, our visitor, and I don't want to be late.
Just off, June.
What time have you seen the family?
2:45.
You're well tooled up, I see.
Oh, yeah, there's enough on Carl Robinson to write a book. 33 offences in 2 years, 8 court appearances.
Yeah, well, I'm 3 off sick today. I could really do with you.
Well, I've already cancelled one meeting with him. I don't want him to get the idea that we're not taking Carl seriously.
As long as you're not, Mike.
What does that mean?
Taking Carl Robinson too seriously.
No.
Come on, he's been giving you the runaround recently. I'm not into vendettas, you know.
Mike.
Sarge.
Do you want the Carl Robinson case?
Yes, Sarge.
Gary and Debbie just stopped him. Suspected theft. Farmer's Food Mart, Wellstead Street.
What, they've nicked him?
Shopkeeper doesn't want to know, but Carl said he's got an appointment with a PC Jarvis.
Yeah. Cheers, Sarge.
Well, go on then. And don't make a meal of it, eh?
Problem, June?
Yeah, well, I could really do with Mike Jarvis not going off on a community relations exercise.
His initiative. He spent 3 weeks getting the files together.
Yeah, I know, sir, but we know this kid inside out. We know the dad.
June.
I'm just saying my piece, sir. I mean, there are priorities.
Carl Robinson can tie up half the relief on his own. I'd say he was a priority. Anything else?
Yes, the industrial dispute at Jamaica Lane Warehouse. I'm not going to be able to get down there till 4:30.
What is it, a dozen demonstrators?
No, it's warehousemen making a point about being rationalised. You know, it's lack of arbitration. It's the same in any dispute. I mean, you always...
What's going on?
Oh, sir, it's CID. They won't have a word about a crime report.
You're supposed to be in Jamaica Lane.
It's just us two, is it, sir?
Yes, Reg. I'll be down there later.
The demonstration's been peaceful. Just keep it that way.
Yeah, well, they know their place, don't they? Just like us in the Met. That's why we're all so well off.
Afternoon, Carl. Our meeting?
Is that him, Carl? It's him. Come on in.
Thanks. You are?
His sister, Hayley.
Right. Mr. Robinson?
Should we use the table?
No, the settee will be fine.
Would you like a cup of tea?
No, I'd rather get straight on with it, thanks.
Carl, listen. Dad.
Sit down, Carl.
Carl.
Mr. Robinson, I've called this meeting because we're concerned about Carl. Now, I've got his file here. I'll remind you it goes back 2 years to when Carl was 10. Before that, he wasn't of age. I've got reports from social services, our youth and community section, his head teacher.
All his teachers talk about is suspending him.
He's been excluded 4 times for fusing the school lights, climbing the roof, filling condoms with water and using them as missiles.
Sink schools, isn't it? What chance has he had?
I understand you moved there 5 years ago.
That's right. Dad lost his business and we decided...
All right.
It's all right, Dad. We had a printing business out in Essex and then Mum died.
Leave it, Hayley. He doesn't want to hear all this. You come about him. Let's talk about him.
Right. Carl's been up before the youth court 8 times. He's admitted 33 offences.
Oh, all minor offences. I mean, you know as well as I do.
Criminal damage, throwing stones, breaking windows, destroying fences, defacing property, theft, stealing milk, paint spray, confectionery, fruit from 3 greengrocers. I dealt with several of these myself.
Kids do it all the time.
Right, everybody does it. It's no big deal. Pack it in, Carl. It's not clever.
Yeah, I know kids do it all the time, Mr. Robinson. But they stop. They grow up. Well, Carl's 12 now. He hasn't. He's moved on. Theft from motor vehicles 3 times this year. Briefcases 5 times. Handbags 9 times. Last month, taking and driving away 4 times.
It's not just him. There's whole gangs of them.
I caught him myself with envelopes and packets of A4 writing paper.
You tried to. Don't put him for the 100 metres. You ain't exactly Linford Christie.
Why envelopes and writing paper? Because they weren't nailed down. Mr. Robinson, Carl will steal anything.
Sort out the others. The older kids that he's got in with.
Dad.
It's not the older kids.
That's right, it's not. And you can stop grinning, Carl. I'm not on your side.
It's not about taking sides.
I fancy a cup of tea.
Carl, did you get the milk and tea bags?
I was gonna.
I told you, specially. You really had me off.
I got leaned on.
Mr. Robinson, Carl was stopped half an hour ago outside the Farmer's Food Mart in Wellstead Street. The manager said he was involved in a theft.
And there was nothing on me. Funny, that.
That right? He goes in for tea bags and you jump on him?
Mr. Robinson, you just heard Carl's record. I'm warning you now.
Warning you?
The
Aren't
next
you gonna
step
say
is
nothing?
youth
This
detention.
is our house.
Don't you talk to me
Tell
like
him where to get off, you dozy pillar.
Mind your mouth.
He pushes you around, so you have a go at me. He's got no guts. You won't do nothing. He never does.
No, you do enough for everybody, don't you?
Yeah, and it's plenty of time for a bit more. Got your running shoes on, Linford?
What do you want me to do? Run after him? I'm 59 years old. What can I do? Go on, tell me. I should have hammered him, right? What are you going to write down? Father Senile?
How well do you know your son, Mr. Robinson?
Oh, you know it all, do you? Well, you can't do, can you? Getting yourself posted to a toilet like this, the scumbag centre of London.
There are plenty of kids brought up round here.
And they're not like Carl. So it's my fault.
I'm not looking to blame anyone, Mr. Robinson.
Have you finished then? Read the writing?
Dad, leave it. We don't need it.
Golf, Papa Victor. Are you the owner, sir? Yeah, and you are Mr. Jones. Right, I'll get somebody onto it. Any unit deal, 92 Attlee House,
Larkmead Estate, TDA now. The informant's the owner and Mr. Jones.
Yeah, Sierra Oscar from 358, show us assigned.
See it, Gary. For information of units attending, suspect is a Carl Robinson.
Sierra Oscar from 517, show me assisting.
See, Mike.
June?
I'll be down at Jamaica Lane in half an hour, sir.
Mike Jarvis was seeing Carl Robinson at 2:45, wasn't he?
Yes.
Barely an hour later, the boys rampaging around the Larkmead estate in somebody else's car.
Yeah, so it seems.
A proper appointment was made with the family.
Well, so Mike Jarvis assures me.
We don't know what happened.
Well, we do know 3 officers have taken up dealing with it.
Sierra Oscar from 218. Go ahead, George.
I've just sighted that vehicle on Nellfield Road. Appears to be travelling back towards Attlee House. 1 occupant, IC 1 male.
One of you two, Mr. Jones.
Oh, don't mind me, mate. Get after the little git.
Oi! Come out! Carl! Boy, age 12, blue shirt, jeans. Have you seen him?
No?
Boy, blue shirt, seen him? No. Oi! Oh, what? Did you see who it was?
I live up there. I could see him from the balcony. He must have keys. He was straight in.
And you're sure it was Carl Robinson?
Oh, I'm sure, all right.
So you're telling me he stole your car, drove it all the way around the estate, and then brought it back here?
Yeah, it's a laugh, isn't it?
Any damage?
No, he's looked after it for me. You lost him.
Mr. Jones.
You did. You lost him, didn't you?
We'll pick him up later.
Oh, you sure about that?
Do you want to deal with this, mate?
Forget it.
What's the problem?
Statements, is it? Courts?
Don't you want to get it sorted?
He's giving you that. All of you. He's laughing at you.
What's the matter, Mr. Jones? Don't want to be made to look a fool? Carl pinched the car from under Mr. Jones's nose, brought it back without a scratch and parked it for him.
Yeah, but he still couldn't catch him, could he?
See you down the Nick.
Do you want a lift?
Nah.
Hey, Mike. You okay?
Oh, they make me sick.
Why? What happened?
That's a rabbit warren, isn't it?
What's that smell?
Those are for you. How's Mr. Monroe getting on?
Shall we roundabout? Well, traffic division's there, but he's still tied up.
Right, I'm off to that demo now, OK?
Sun Hill? Yes, sir. Right. Who was it? OK, I'll get somebody there. June. Carl Robinson's been attacked on the Larkmead. Sounds serious. Do you want a deal?
You could smell it on him.
That's why he wouldn't get into the car.
I don't believe it.
The same thing happened to a mate of mine over on Stafford Road.
You're telling me that Mike...
Exactly. Same smell, never forget. Someone's peed on Mike from a grey eye.
What are you doing, Mike?
I'm sorry about Carl Robinson,
I mean, what do you want now?
I'm going to find him.
Well, you better come with me then.
Sorry?
Now. What's up with you, anyway?
Oh, nothing.
You got nowhere with Mr. Robinson? I told you they're the family from another planet.
Carl did a bunk. What's going on?
Well, he's turned up. The Larkmead estate have decided to deal with him themselves. Not bad going, Mike. Why don't we call it Carl Robinson Day and give him the whole relief to play with? Oh, no. Mike, check he's okay.
Okay, Carl.
Come here.
She's lowering the rope.
All right, Mike. We're going to lower him down. You've got the strength.
She's untying it. It's all right. I'm bringing you down, mate. Bringing you down. There you go. Can you hear me, yeah?
Is he all right, Mike?
Yeah, it's going to be fine. Cheers.
Sierra Oscar from 643 receiving.
Go ahead.
Yeah, ambulance, please. Ackley House, Larkmead Estate. There's a boy injured.
Oh, you're back, are you?
Stand by.
Hey?
I saw you and your mate go that way.
Nah. I'm at 92 down this end. We were having a cup of tea.
Where is he? Carl. What have they done to you?
It's all right, Mr. Robinson. The ambulance is on its way now.
Better now. Make you feel good. He's 12 years old.
It's old man Robinson come out of his box.
Right, that's enough. OK, back you go, all of you. Come on, please, sir. Back you go. Right, the show's over. Come on, out of the way. Thank you.
Why does he do this to me? Why?
Do you know what I think, Mr. Robinson? There's no bad kids. There's bad homes, bad families, and bad parents.
Mike.
You don't know the half of it.
How's that right? He was born a toe rag, was he?
Mike.
He's got no respect for his home, his schools, his neighbours, or us. He's got no respect for anybody or anything. But most of all, he's got no respect for you.
Hello? Yes, put him through. Good afternoon. The Jamaica Lane warehouse. Yes, of course I'm aware of the situation. Fully aware. Only 2 officers. They're doing what?
How long should we be waiting?
A few minutes. She's very prickly.
Oh, yeah. Hayley, I hear you wanted to see me.
Particularly, but I thought I'd better. What happened?
Carl got a bit too clever for his own good.
Dad says you let them beat Carl up.
Does he? I hear he's going to be all right.
No thanks to you.
Mariko, have you seen Inspector Monroe?
No, sir.
Well, apparently he's due back in. When he gets here, could you tell him I'd like a word?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Have you come here to be constructive? What happened to Carl was on the cards. Sit down. Right, well, I will. I've been chasing your brother around all day and I've had it up to here. I'm not having you wasting my time as well.
What's going to happen to him?
I've already told you where it's heading.
It's no good going on at him. It don't work.
Oh, you'd know, would you?
I looked after him when Mum died, didn't I? As long as I kept Carl quiet, Dad didn't ask too many questions. The trouble was, whenever Carl was quiet, he was up to something, nicking. I tried to stop him. I gave him thumpings, everything. It just didn't make any difference.
Go on. So you're what, 16?
17.
You got a job?
Yeah, an employment agency.
So who keeps an eye on Carl now?
Me, I suppose. Except I can't, can I?
Oh, no one's blaming you.
Dad is. When he finally found out what Carl was up to, he had to go at me. I haven't been keeping an eye on him. Every time the police come round, it's the same story.
Yeah, right.
Dad's changed a lot, you know. He used to work really hard when we had the business. Then he had to sell up. The house was repossessed, Mum died. Everything just fell apart.
He really ate Son ill, didn't he?
Yeah. Renting here. He's ashamed of it. He's just given up.
I've already told you I want to see a senior officer. Look, the world and his brother knows what it's about. My son is in hospital. I have been insulted by one of your policemen.
Problem, Enrica. I'm Inspector Monroe.
Right. Inspector Monroe.
Excuse me, sir. This is Mr. Robinson. Before you start, sir, Mr. Brownlow's looking for you.
You're going to talk to me, you know?
OK, yeah. Is the front interview room free?
Mike Jarvis is in there.
That's him, Jarvis.
Step in here, please, Mr. Robinson. What's the trouble?
You got the trouble. He's gone too far.
Carl?
Jarvis! My son is attacked by a gang of morons. All I get is one of your blokes laying down the law to me. How Carl's a toe rag, that it's all my fault.
You're referring to the incident on the Larkmead estate?
Yes, I am.
Do you want to make a complaint?
He has no right. Number 643, girl sergeant, she was there. Blonde piece.
I'm sure we can sort this out, Mr. Robinson, but in the meantime, shouldn't you be at the hospital with your son?
Listen, I am not taking cracks from you people. I am on my own. I brought up Carl since he was 5 years old. I brought up 2 kids. Now, what the hell does your Jarvis know?
Nothing if you don't tell him. Did you put him in the picture when he called on you?
Oh, that's typical, isn't it? Turn it round, make it my fault. Haley? What are you doing here?
Mike?
This is Haley Robinson, sir.
What have you got her in for?
She came in to see me.
Did she? Home you?
What happened to Carl's down to you. Don't try and blame anyone else. Carl's in hospital. Go and see him. Go on. No, you ain't bothered. You never were. You never wanted him. He come along late.
Home.
Mike.
Come on.
You've put it on to me long enough. You're pathetic, you know that.
All right.
If you don't like it, you know what you can do.
I've had enough.
Haley! 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 Haley!
Mr. Robinson! You're getting involved, personally.
Is there any other way, sir?
Don't be obtuse, Mike.
Did he come in to make a complaint?
Yes, sir. Mr. Brownlow's looking for you. There's been a call from the manager of the warehouse in Jamaica Lane.
Was there a problem?
I don't think so. It was all over when I got there.
I'll speak to you later, June. You're sure the demonstration went off peacefully?
Yes, sir.
We'd promised them a real presence. If it had got nasty, we wouldn't have had a leg to stand
Well,
on.
the Robinson boy could have been killed, sir.
And Mike got a bit wound up, did he?
Well, understandably in the circumstances.
Andrew! At last. Come in.
OK, June. Thanks.
We knew weeks ago that this demonstration could be awkward. Why were there only 2 officers on it?
We were stretched, sir.
We're always stretched. That doesn't wash anymore.
Well, the action went off without incident. Is somebody complaining?
No. Only a social call from a managing director to his local Nick. I won't tell you the language he used.
I'm sorry, sir.
Not only were there only 2 officers assigned to it, but their conduct's been called into question. They were...
Reg Hollis and Polly Page.
Apparently, they were drinking tea with the demonstrators, eating biscuits and telling jokes.
Or fraternising with the enemy depends on where you stand, sir.
And where were you, Andrew?
A traffic accident on the Shadwell roundabout. I was in touch with Reg and Polly throughout. Well, I thought it was good policing. They kept the job good-humoured, preempted any confrontation.
So there was no incident?
None, sir.
Tea and biscuits?
I really don't see how in a situation like that...
Reg Hollis cracking jokes?
Oh, that must be an exaggeration. Hollis can't tell a joke.
So, what was he trying to do? Bore them into submission?
He'd have regaled them with a history of industrial relations in the Met. He's our secret weapon, sir.
Haley, how's Carl? Have you sorted things out with your father?
I haven't changed my mind. I've had enough. I'm moving out.
He was pretty upset.
Well, it's not every day you lose a housekeeper, is it?
So, Carl Robinson. Right, cheers. No permanent damage, then? Saved your bacon, eh? Oh, well, thank you, Mr. Jarvis. Cheers. Well, did you see who attacked you? Look, Carl. When I got there, they were stringing you up. If we don't catch you first, they're going to sort you out themselves. Can't you see that?
Are you allowed in here?
What is your problem, Carl? What is it, your mates? Your school? Your dad? Your sister? There are plenty of kids out there who haven't even got a home or a family. I thought your dad was going to stick one on you back at the house. Well, at least he shows he cares what happens to you. So how about it, Carl? Shall we call it a draw? You've made your point. Don't you think this has gone far enough? Packing, nicking things, get your head down at school, and we'll put it all behind us. I'll talk to Hayley. What do you say? Huh? A deal?
No, you look, Linford. I like nicking. It's smart, right? I get a real buzz. Who do you think you are, me old man? Do yourself a favour. Bog off!
Mrs. Rimmer?
Yeah?
I'm DS Greig from Sun Hill.
Oh, you've come pretty sharpish.
Your message said urgent.
Yeah, well, it is, possibly.
This is about your Mal, I assume. Do you know where he is?
No. Do you?
No.
You can't have been looking very hard.
Listen, if it were up to me, I'd be over in Holland right now, all expenses paid, leaving no stone unturned. As it is, we have to rely on the Dutch police to send him back.
You don't sound too hopeful.
A dealer in recreational drugs isn't a high priority with them. Of course, if we knew your Mal's address, they might be persuaded.
Well, I haven't got one, if that's what you're thinking. And he's not my Mal. He stopped being my Mal 6 years ago.
So he's not been in contact?
He phones occasionally to talk to Jo.
Jo?
Our daughter.
Oh. So why did you want to see me, Mrs. Rimmer?
I heard you were the one who was after him.
A lot of us were after him.
How would you like a second chance?
Malcolm Rimmer, wanted for dealing in LSD, amphetamines and E. He's a major middleman. For those of you who weren't with us at the time, he skipped the country 6 months ago, just before we knocked at his door to arrest him. Since then, he's been living and working in Holland, from where, according to the drug squad, he's continued to supply the UK market. My information is that he could be arriving on a flight from Amsterdam today.
So we're going to jump him at the airport, then?
That's the plan.
Or just us?
Actually, just 4 of us. Jez, I want you to sit on Rimmer's girlfriend's flat. It's his last known address. Now, I know the 4 of us will be spread pretty thin on the ground, but we're not talking Heathrow here. The arrivals concourse is compact and the sight lines are good. So, odds on, we should be able to grab him. OK? Let's go.
Take it you're not telling the drug squad, then?
Not until we've collared him.
You know, this is brilliant. He spent months shuffling extradition papers round and now he's back playing cat and mouse.
Apparently the Dutch police won't even try and lift Rimmer without his full postal code and an appointment to call him.
Was this one of Alistair's regular informants?
No. You sauce, he said.
And how many bodies were on the shout in total?
5, including Alistair. He wanted more.
Naturally.
Well, considering he's been trying to extradite the bloke for 6 months without much joy, I thought it was worth a punt.
You didn't ask the drug squad for assistance?
No.
They've got the manpower.
Alistair's convinced that they found up the last attempt to get Rimmer because he'd given them Mal on a plate.
It was a joint operation, as far as I recall. Rimmer slipped through the net. These things happen. There's no point in griping about it now.
No.
Well, if Alistair strikes lucky this time, I want you to get hold of the drug squad immediately, because they might want to talk to him.
Right.
Flight touchdown.
Received.
They're coming through now.
Anything?
He could have attached himself to someone. That's him. There, playing dad, heading towards Suzi. Suzi, check out the couple with the kid.
I'm on to him. Excuse me! Stop! Excuse me! Stop!
Welcome home, Mal.
What's this? Gifts for the girlfriend? Oh, you must miss her a lot to risk a personal delivery.
There's only one reason I've come back, to see my daughter.
Yeah, you've said.
And I'm asking again, the least
Forget it.
Right. How's it going?
Yeah, nearly through. So, Drug squad, impressed?
They hit it well. They're sending somebody over late to question him. Word is he's been doing very nicely.
I want to know how she is. I'm entitled.
Yeah, you've had your entitlement, now shut up.
What's he on about?
His daughter says she's the reason he came back.
Very touching.
Reckon she's in hospital. She's had a car crash.
Car crash?
That's what he says. She's pretty bad, apparently.
Which hospital?
I haven't asked. Told him to wait for his brief.
What's this about your daughter being in hospital?
I just want to know how she is, that's all.
Which hospital?
I don't know. I was going to phone her mother when I got over.
How did you know about her being hurt?
She told me.
Who?
My ex, her mother. Look, all I'm asking is for you to find out how she is.
Elaine Rimmer, please. All right. No, I'll call back later. Thanks. Bye. Rod, I want you to check hospital admissions for Rimmer's daughter. Do you know her first name?
Joe, I think.
Age?
17.
Right, see what you can find out.
OK, well, what is this? We suddenly owe Rimmer something? I don't get it.
I got the tip-off about Rimmer from his ex-wife. She said nothing to me about her daughter being in an accident. Seems odd somehow.
Good arrest at the airport, Alistair.
Thank you, sir.
You too, Rod.
Sir.
Have you informed the drug squad?
Yes, sir. They're sending somebody over to question him.
Good. We want them with us, not against us.
Sir.
You were very lucky to be on hand to welcome Mr. Rimmer when he landed.
Not lucky, Mr. Miles. We were acting on information received.
Is that so?
We work closely with the Drug Liaison Office in Holland.
Really? Was that the source of your information?
You know better than to ask.
And you know better than to answer.
Meaning?
Meaning that there is the distinct smell of rodent about this.
Oh?
My client feels sure that the authorities in Holland were unaware of his journey. He says that the information must have come from this end.
Well, he'll have plenty of time to work it out, won't he?
Don't count your chickens, Mr. Greig. He's very concerned about his daughter.
So I hear.
My client received a message in Holland to say that his daughter was seriously ill in hospital.
So?
Well, his natural instinct, being a caring sort of parent, was to come back to see her, only to find you waiting. You get my drift?
Go on.
I trust she is in hospital. Because if she isn't, my client has been lured back to this country by deception, an abuse of the extradition process, as you know.
Look, nobody here knows anything about his daughter, hospitalized or not.
And you won't try to locate her?
I'm sure your backroom staff are up to the job, Mr. Miles.
If that's how you want to play it, Detective Sergeant. If my client has been unlawfully arrested, it will come expensive for you. And not only in compensation. A cock-up like that gets you noticed. And for all the wrong reasons.
I don't see the problem. There was a warrant out for Rimmer. It was fair game.
Deception, entrapment, dirty tricks.
Yeah, well.
The law won't wear it, Rod.
Well, his daughter probably is in hospital anyway.
If she is, all well and good.
And if she isn't?
I don't even want to think about it.
You wanted to see me. Is there a problem?
Oh, I'm not sure. I was wondering about Mal Rimmer. It is a clean arrest, isn't it?
Well, why do you ask?
Well, it's just that Rimmer's briefs put the wind up Alistair.
Well, he is one of the best around.
But Alistair's normally no slouch with the likes of Myers.
So, what are you saying?
I'm saying that Myers is a very clever brief, and I don't want there to be any doubt about me holding his client.
Well, what doubt could there be? There's been a warrant out for him for 6 months.
Yeah, but now I've heard a mention of entrapment.
Have you talked to Alistair?
Well, I've tried to, but he's out on inquiries with Rod's case.
Well, until you can have a word with him and find out what's going on, I suggest you treat your prisoner with tender, loving care.
Mal's been asking about Joe.
Why? What's she got to do with him?
Did you tell him she's in hospital, Mrs. Rimmer?
Yes.
And is she?
Yes.
Fine.
Fine?
I mean the story tallies. Which hospital?
Look, for pity's sake.
I'm sorry, I have to know.
Woodhall.
Woodhall Hospital?
Yes.
There's no accident and emergency there. It's a detox unit.
Is that true? Mrs. Rimmer, was your daughter injured in a car crash or not?
What is this? Am I under arrest or something?
Of course not.
Well, it feels like it.
I must know. Did you lie to Mal?
So far, my staff have drawn a blank.
Have you talked to Mrs. Rimmer?
She's at work and unavailable, but we will.
Well, I'm grateful for you bringing this information to my attention. But Detective Sergeant Greig is a highly respected officer.
And above such things, of course.
If he says that his source was the drugs liaison office in Amsterdam, then it probably was.
And if it was my client's wife?
We can't force him to reveal the identity of his informant.
How convenient.
What would she have to gain?
That I can't tell you. But my client is convinced that he was enticed by a trick of deception worked between Detective Sergeant Greig and Elaine Rimmer. And I'm inclined to believe him.
He had nothing to do with Joe after the divorce. He'd send the odd birthday card, but that was it, and that's how I liked it. Then he turned awkward. He was sending us money, and he didn't see why he couldn't see Joe. He said she was old enough to decide for herself, so she started visiting him, and then on one of her visits, just before he went abroad, she found some of his stock.
What sort of stock?
Tablets, hundreds and thousands. She reckoned he wouldn't miss a few.
A few?
Enough for her and her mates for 6 months.
She stole drugs off her old man.
I warned him to keep her out of whatever it was he was up to. I told him to keep her safe. You know, he couldn't even do that.
Go on.
Well, I didn't have a clue what was going on. And then she started getting these panic attacks. She got depressed. A couple of weeks ago, I got home and she had my sleeping pills, and she was just about to end it all. The doctor said she had amphetamine psychosis.
So what did you say to Mal?
Oh, well, he phoned, first time in weeks. I said he was scum, that he'd screwed up his daughter's life. I said that her and her friends had got high, crashed a car, and she was badly injured. At death's door, probably. I can't remember. I was so angry. I just wanted to hurt him and make him suffer.
Do you think she's Alistair's informant?
I've no idea.
Where is he?
He's out on inquiries with Rod.
He was pretty frustrated with the extradition process, wasn't he?
Yes, but Alice is the last person I can see colluding in a setup.
Oh, let's keep an open mind on that, shall we?
You know, if you step back from this, I mean, nobody knows his missus was his snout, do they? Rimmer might have guessed you'd be a fool not to, but can he prove it?
But why not just keep quiet and let a judge decide? And you never know, we might even come across a little something in his luggage.
What?
It's a joke. I'm joking.
Get in.
So what do you think?
What do I think about perjuring myself for the greater good? Not a lot.
Well, as a revenge motive for the wife, it's a winner.
Yeah, well...
And you knew nothing?
Absolutely nothing.
I'm sorry, Alistair.
You don't believe me? What are you saying, Gov, that I set this up?
Well, did you?
No! I was acting on information received to catch a major villain. I was doing my job.
Yeah, well...
In my opinion, there was no intention to entrap Rimmer. She just blew her top.
What, and then got straight on the phone to you?
Do you think it might help if I managed to get her to make a statement?
Well, it wouldn't do any harm. Because any second now, Rimmer's solicitor is going to confirm that the car crash injury is a hoax. And since you visited Elaine Rimmer twice, and you can't deny that you visited her, you're going to get tied into the deception, guilty or not.
Tosh, what's happening?
Elaine Rimmer's agreed to come in and make a statement.
Will it make any difference?
The DCI doesn't seem to think so. He's going to talk to the CPS.
Oh, well, that's it then. As soon as the lawyers get involved, everything goes pear-shaped. I still say you should have kept it to yourself.
Things are so uncomplicated for you, aren't they, Rod?
Well, maybe they are. You win some, you lose some, is how I see it. It's a game. The only thing is I'm playing rugby and you're playing chess.
You'd like to wait here, I'll tell DS Greig you're here. Debbie, front interview room free.
Yeah.
I told the prosecutor you weren't involved in any deception. But given the ex-wife's revenge motive and your keenness to arrest Rimmer, he reckons the judge would take the opposing view.
That I'm lying?
That you used a trick to get around the extradition law. His words, an abuse of due process in the conduct of the case which violates Rimmer's human rights.
Human rights? You're joking, the guy is a known drug trafficker.
According to the law, Rod, even the wrong uns have rights.
Madness.
If we try and push this to trial, CPS reckon that a good defence lawyer like Myers will make it look like Alistair's in the dock and not Rimmer.
So he walks?
ASAP. Car to the airport, first flight out of here.
Better tell the drug squad, I suppose.
Do you want me to do it?
No, I can eat my own humble pie, thanks.
No, it's just a thought.
It's my fault, Rod. We picked him up too quickly. If we'd waited and tailed him, we might have caught him cutting a deal, who knows?
What difference would it have made?
Well, we could have held him then on any new offence that wasn't on the extradition warrant.
Right.
You searched his stuff?
Nothing, I double-checked, he's clean.
Alistair, Elaine Rimmer's in the front interview room.
All right, thanks, Jeff. You want to explain to her the intricacies of our legal system?
I think I'll let you do that, Sergeant.
Yeah.
Of course, you could always tell her that you're letting Mal go without mentioning that he's booked on the next flight back.
Let him go free? I don't believe you. I mean, you've got the evidence, witnesses, proof of what he did.
I'm sorry. We can't hold him.
Well, where does that leave me? And he'll know I was the one who tipped you off. He'll come looking for me.
Well?
Joe as well. Look, I don't want him so much as setting eyes on her.
We can't hold him on the existing charges. But if we could arrest him on a different offence, we could keep him. And you'd be safe.
What sort of different offence?
Anything. You might have an idea?
I agreed to make a statement, to say what happened.
Your choice, Mrs. Rimmer. We've no other leads.
Look, how can I know anything? We've been divorced for 6 years.
You knew he was coming back and you phoned me.
Yeah, in the heat of the moment.
You were using me, Mrs. Rimmer.
Perhaps I was. But he wants locking up before he screws up any more lives.
I couldn't agree more.
Well, then do something.
I can't. Not without some help. You used me, and now I'm using you. Or Mal goes free. And neither of us wants that, do we?
Yeah, that's good. Thanks.
Custody, Sergeant.
Mr. Myers.
I now have evidence to confirm that Mr. Rimmer has been unlawfully arrested and detained.
And would you like to give me the details?
Certainly. But first, I would like it entered in the custody record that I am requesting his release as of now, Sergeant.
OK, let's go back a bit, Elaine. You said earlier that your daughter Jo found some of Mal's drugs. Where was that? At his girlfriend's?
Which one?
There was more than one.
But there was always a woman to look after him when I chucked him out. And a place to take them. You know, I'm sure that's where Jo found the tablets.
You mean he rented somewhere? A flat? What do you think?
Well, he had to get out pretty quick, so he could have left the gear there, couldn't he?
Do you know where this flat is?
No, I'm not sure.
Is there anyone could tell us where it is?
One of his mates?
Could you find one of them?
I could try.
I'm asking Bob for an hour, 2 at most.
But if it's been decided not to proceed with the charges...
Further inquiries, Bob. We've got a good lead. If we let Rimmer go now, we'll never get him back.
Give us a minute, will you, Bob?
Yeah.
So what exactly have you got?
A flat where we know he used to keep his gear. It's a new lead.
And has Elaine Rimmer given you an address?
Well, not yet,
It's
but...
another wild goose chase, isn't it, Alistair? Look, unless you've got something definite, I can't back you up. If you can persuade Bob to do you a favour, I won't insist that you let Mal go.
Look, Bob, I know I'm right. Just give me an hour. He'll still have time to get back to the airport.
1 hour.
Thank you, Bob.
Sir.
I've managed to persuade Bob Cryer to give us another hour. Are you sure you don't know where this flat is?
I did follow him there once, when I still cared, but I was in such a state I honestly can't remember where it was.
But you do know the area?
Yeah.
OK, come on. Let's see if we can jog your memory.
I'm sorry. It's a waste of time.
Oh, come on, Elaine. You must recognise something.
I told you, I can't remember.
Look, in 45 minutes' time, they're going to open the cell door and let Mal go. And he's going to be laughing at both of us.
That's it. There. The door next to the travel agent.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I remember the travel agent. Yeah, this is definitely it. I remember standing here crying my eyes out, thinking of all the other places I could be.
Rod?
Yeah?
What are you doing?
Well, we want to go in, don't we?
Not without a search warrant.
You're joking. He's going to be enjoying his G&T halfway over the North Sea by the time we get one of them.
Now that we've found the place, I can ask for more time.
But supposing it's empty. All right, I'll go in here, see if they know anything.
Gov, it's Alistair. We found the flat where Rimmer stored his drugs.
I can't hold Rimmer just because you found a flat, Alistair. We need some solid evidence against him. Well, you'll just have to get a search warrant. I'll find somebody with a key. OK, call me back.
Look, you don't need me anymore. If it's all the same to you, I'll get off.
Don't you want to see what's in there?
I've seen quite enough of what Mal gets up to.
Any joy?
He says the landlord's out of the country. He keeps an eye on it for him. Apparently, nobody's been in the flat since Rimmer left.
Does he have a key?
Well, somewhere, but I wouldn't hold your breath. Anyway, as far as he's concerned, we can kick the door and I'll do the honours, shall I?
No! Rimmer's not going to slide off the hook again through a technicality. We'll have to get a search warrant.
All right. It's your funeral. I'll be as quick as I can.
I'll get forensics down here in case we find anything.
I guess there's no need to ask how Joe is. Right as rain, I expect.
I wouldn't say that.
As right as makes no difference.
If you're satisfied that everything's there, Mr. Rimmer, perhaps you'll sign, please.
I presume you've made arrangements for my client to return to Holland?
There's a car outside waiting to take him to the airport, and he's got a seat booked on the 6 o'clock flight.
Up here, Rod.
Nice one. See, I knew you'd see sense. And now with this, anything we find will be kosher.
Actually, Rod, the bloke downstairs found the key.
Oh, right, yeah. Any luck?
No, and we're running out of time, so get looking.
OK. Sarge. Oh, I'm just lucky, I guess, you know.
Cov, we've found something. Looks like half a ton of E.
You're cutting things a bit fine, Alistair. Rimmer's already been released and he's on his way to the airport. You're going to have to find a way to tie him into the drugs before we can lift him.
The DSC's checking for prints now. If Rimmers are on the bag, we've got him.
Well, you can't afford to make a single mistake, or else we'll have Myers down on us like a ton of bricks. Not to mention area complaints. I'll get Jeff and Suzi to the airport in case you get a result.
OK, Gov. We'll just have to hope we're on time.
I've got a good print here.
How long before you can get a match? If I don't get an answer in the next half an hour, our man's on his way back to Amsterdam.
OK, look, I'll take these round to the yard now and get my boss to call in a few favours. See if we can jump in the queue.
Right, I don't care how you do it, just get me an answer fast. Come on, Rod.
Where are we going?
To the airport. If we get a result, I want to see the look on Rimmer's face when we arrest him.
I do hope Chief Inspector Meadows hasn't sent you here to intimidate my client.
No. He just wanted us to make sure Mr. Rimmer got here safely. No last-minute hitches.
Well, just call me as soon as it's definite. We've got a visual match on Rimmer's prints, but they can't confirm until it's run through the computer.
What are we going to do, then?
Keep our fingers crossed.
I really do think it's time for you to go through, Mr. Rimmer. That was the last call for your flight.
There's no rush, they always say that. I'm enjoying chatting to this nice lady here. What's this? Here to give me a decent send-off?
I'm arresting you on suspicion of possessing a Class A drug with intent to supply.
You muck me about enough already.
You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something which you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence.
Is this another delaying tactic, Sergeant?
Oh, I'd say so. Of 2 to 3 years, probably. We have found a quantity of drugs in a flat rented by your client.
But my client has been out of the country.
We have a witness who's prepared to state that no one has had access to the flat since your client left the UK.
You gonna let him stiff me again?
Mal's name is in the rent book and his prints are all over the bag containing the drugs.
Welcome back.
You just gonna stand there?
Save your breath, Mal, and your solicitor's bills. You're nicked, and this time you're staying.
This way, Mr. Rimmer.
It's all right. We got a match for the prints. By the book, eh, Sarge?